Right.
We'll hear a brief statement from each, the remarks short. Then we'll allow the press to ask a few questions of them, and then we'll call the Prime Minister and the Premiers up immediately thereafter. We do have a bit of a time constraint, so we will ask people to be brief. So we'll go first to the Canadian Taxpayers Federation.
Okay, so I wrote a whole speech, but for keeping it brief, I'm Xander Plant, and I'm the spokesperson for the Canadian Taxpayers Federation. The Canadian Taxpayers Federation was overall displeased with most of the conference. There were a few things that were done well, such as the decision to get rid of inter-provincial trade barriers, but there were a lot of things that we feel could have gone better or more in the direction of the people rather than the agenda that the government is trying to push.
Okay, I'm Isaac Morrison. I'm the General Secretary of the Central Committee of the Canadian Labour Congress. We were also displeased with today's proceedings. We feel that we have not gotten any concessions on the areas that we care about. We've not gotten concessions on minimum wage. We've not gotten assurances about the state of the fossil fuel industry, and we've not gotten concessions that Canadian healthcare will remain unaffected. We've also been unable to gain any support for our Canton plan, which I've been speaking to people about. So we would like to make it known that if we are unable to get any concessions for the remainder of the conference, then we will call a general strike.
I'm Ben Martin. I'm Sid Stockton. Andre Dixon. We're the Young Communist League. We've been trying to push our message through an interview with the press and attending these meetings. We've been pleased in some ways, but we would prefer some more debate on issues where we would be allowed to talk more about our opinions on that. All right, thank you.
Okay. So my name is Ioana David. I am the president of the National Council of Women of Canada. And in contrast to these three groups, we are actually quite pleased with how today went. We felt that we got a lot of promotion. There's definitely a lot of interested delegates. We weren't able to accomplish much within the committee meetings because the topics, such as environment, are kind of irrelevant to feminism. But overall, we are pleased with the participation everyone is showing in our Humans of FedProv Facebook page, as well as general interviews that they are giving us.
Okay, thanks to all of you for keeping it brief. We've got about 5 minutes for the press if they would like to ask questions. So if you could identify if you're the Eastern or the Western press, then please be very specific to whom your question is directed, and we'll ask again that the interest groups keep their questions or their answers to the questions quite short. Okay, so I'll be the communications officer here. So if you have a question from the press, please identify yourself, which press you're from, and then ask your question.
Hi, I'm from the Eastern Press, and I have a question for the president of the National Council for Women. And I was wondering your stance throughout this whole conference, and I believe you gave presentations about preventing violence against women. And I was just wondering if that was your stance throughout the whole conference, why you weren't present at the Justice meeting when we spoke about rehabilitation for inmates.
We have, within the council, we have heads for justice, environment, that kind of thing, as well as other responsibilities. So it is my sincere apologies that they were not present for that portion because I needed them for another time. But we are definitely willing to participate with the Justice Ministry to advance that if they should so request.
Okay. Would you like a follow-up question? No follow-up question. We'll go to the Western press.
We have one for the Canadian flavor, and so you were talking about a plan. What is this plan? We haven't heard of that.
Okay, are you the Eastern Press?
Western Press.
Western Press. Okay, so we've sent the Eastern Press our plan. The Western Press, I believe we sent you a letter. The 38 Autonomous Canton Plan is the idea to, again, time constraints. We have quite the document if you'd like to go over it tomorrow, to institute a system in Canada quite similar to the Swiss system of direct democracy.
All right, you have a follow-up question on that? No? Okay, well now we go to the Eastern Press. Any questions from the Eastern Press? You're good? Western Press?
We're good.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Steve, and I'm from the Western Press. I
Okay, so you're asked to elaborate on your.
Yeah, for sure. What we are doing is we're just spreading our message of building a socialist future for our country, and we're just trying to educate the people, spread our word.
We spoke to the Eastern Press, so they'll be having an article. What?
We spoke to one of the press.
That would be the Western.
Yep.
Okay, thank you very much. Any follow-up questions from the press to any of the, yep, go ahead.
I just had a question for the Canadian Taxpayers Association. So you said that you were overall displeased with everything going on in this conference. Were there any provinces in particular that you felt attached to or did agree with?
Yes, there were certain stances that Saskatchewan took where there would have been more use in discussing those further, but very few provinces we did we agree with.
Okay. Any further questions for the interest groups from either press? Seeing none, thank you very much. So the clock can now call on the Prime Minister and all the First Ministers, territorial leaders, Grand Chiefs of the Assembly of First Nations.